could have aces and just be overplaying them.
I was gonna fold for sure, and now I'm thinking about calling you. So you're doing a good job if that's what you want.
Lions are currently 1,500, 3,000 with a 400 ante. Action at the feature table. It's been folded around to Pratish Badiga, who came 8th in EPT Berlin in Season 8. That's his best result on the tour to date. Well, he's raised it up here with ace-6 of diamonds.
7?
Yes.
Patience, my friend.
Corey Hockman calls on the button with 6-7 of clubs. And Daniel is in from the big blind with king-queen of diamonds.
Everybody with a pretty decent hand.
Badiga flops best, top.
Total airball for Negreanu.
Oh, he leads, 12K.
That is peculiar. And Patricia's got the exact kind of hand Daniel's trying to get to fold.
He calls.
And Hockman's too.
He's got top pair with a worse kicker than Pratush.
Okay, no folds.
Yeah, still 3-way as we go to the turn.
Daniel's trying to dine out on his little cards rep. Unfortunately, everyone else plays the little cards too these days.
Well, this is interesting. Both Negreanu and Badiga pick up flush draws.
Yeah, that's a pretty sick card.
Daniel slows down, he checks. Badiga checks as well. Someone needs to tell him that construction of the Death Star is back on schedule. Hockman bets 21.5K.
Daniel's actually got enough equity now that he can call this bet.
He does call.
This is amazing. Everyone's hanging around to the bitter end like this pot is the last single girl at a party.
Pratush calls and we are still 3-way as we go to the river. And that is a bad card for Daniel.
What was that card? Check.
He's rivered the second nut flush, but Pratish Badiga has nut diamonds.
Daniel's on the business end of yet another cooler. And unfortunately, he is anxiously awaiting this bet.
70,000. Hockman's folding.
I thought you were gonna fold 10s on the turn. Oh, you have 10s full?
Might as well.
This is a really hard decision. I'm gonna need time. 70,000, huh?
That's half of Daniel's stack.
All right, let's watch Daniel do his thing. He puts Pratush on a better hand and then calls him.
Wow. Or do you have ace-4 of diamonds?
That's pretty spooky.
Freakishly close.
This is the toughest decision I've had the whole tournament. Okay, give me a minute.
I think Pratush is almost never bluffing here, but he could be betting worse flushes or possibly a hand like ace-3. I give Daniel a hard time for calling too much, but just like the last hand we saw, if he calls here, you can't really blame him.
He does call and loses a huge pot.
That is frustrating.
Take it. Damn. That's kind of an ugly river.
We've got Phil Laak limping in, Tony G coming over the top for 3,000, and Phil Hellmuth mulling it over. These two are about to battle in the sandbox again.
What's happening, Phil?
I don't know, Tony. You might have it this time. I don't know.
Tony's talk may finally be getting to Phil.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. What do I know?
Ernest Wiggins is folded,
Daniel straddled this hand. He's in at a discount if he likes.
and he likey.
Pretty loose call from Daniel. He may feel like he has the right odds with this many players in the pot.
And Phil Laak joins the party as well. So we've got 4 players on the flop.
And they're the 4 most aggressive players at this table so far. We could see some chips get in the middle here.
Deuce, 4, 6, 2 spades.
Daniel's flopped top pair with 6s. However, Phil Laak has flopped gut shot straight and the nut flush draw.
Even though he doesn't have a made hand yet, he is the statistical favorite to end up with the best hand.
Phil Hellmuth is checked over to Daniel. Makes it 6,500 to go.
When you hit top pair with sixes, there are any number of scare cards that can come off on the turn. Daniel's betting here to protect his hand by thinning the field. With a draw this strong, Phil Laak is not going anywhere.
Makes the call. Tony G folds.
Tony, why do you get us in trouble like this?
It's always somebody else's fault, isn't it, Phil? Now down to 2 players on the turn. Ace of hearts.
Now, Chris, I did forget to mention the ever-present top pair draw. Laak now has the lead.
Daniel looks like he's ready to fire away again. A bet of 14,000.
He obviously doesn't have a good read on the strength of Laak's hand. Now, even though Laak is a weak kicker, it's unlikely he'd fold to 1 bet after making top pair here on the turn, not to mention all the draws he still has.
You're very chatty most of the time. Right now you're in silent mode.
Kind of scared a little bit.
Can I get the chatter to come in?
What do you want me to say exactly? I'm a little scared, to be honest with you. It's like a lot of bad things could happen here. You could have me beat. You could get there. You could bluff me. All that kind of stuff.
You can have ace-5 of spades. You can have 6-4.
You got like 2 8s, I guess. Or exactly.
Phil's trying to get a read on Daniel. Daniel's bet into him twice. Even though he's a strong draw, Phil's hand is in jail to any bigger or smaller ace.
There's the call.
Daniel can't be too comfortable with that.
We are off to the river. 10 of diamonds.
Neither player's hand improves here. Daniel's been the aggressor all along. He can only win this hand now with a bluff.
He makes it 25-5 to go.
So you have 6 deuce. Or ace-10 of spades. You have ace-10 of spades.
It's so random.
Ace-4 of spades. That's what you got. Ace-4 of spades. I'm such a fish. I'm a fish. God, I'm a fish. Why do I want to call you? Because I'm a fish. I'm a fish. I'm a fish.
Daniel's fired 3 times in this hand, this time for 25,000. Laak's got 1 pair and a weak kicker. An easy call to make for a bad player, a tougher call for a good one.
You know I have something, but you know I'm tight. I feel like I'm being just totally owned.
He makes the right call.
A pair of 6s. That's good. You had the ace of spades in. Yep. Good in. When you said I have ace-4 spades, that was tricky.
I thought it might be a little tricky.
Pocket 7s for Jason Calacanis. Raised to 1,200. Daniel, 8-6 suited. Calls. And Doyle's going to get a look at the flop as well. Four-five tray, 2 diamonds.
Daniel's got 2 overcards, a gut shot, and flush draws. I'd expect a semi-bluff here, try to build a pot.
And there it is, leads out 2,500. Doyle folds. Calacanis calls.
Got a little some of that.
Jason's got an overpair, but a set would be very bad for him.
Well, there it is. A 7 on the turn, giving Negreanu a straight and Calacanis a set.
Calacanis is in a very bad spot. Daniel has the nuts. And a redraw for diamonds.
Daniel bets 7,000. Calacanis quickly calls.
Daniel's hoping at this point Calacanis has got just a 6. That way they can get all the money on the river. However, we know Jason's got a set.
The river card is the 4 of hearts, giving Calacanis a full house.
A disaster for Daniel.
Daniel bets 20 grand.
Raise.
Daniel's thrown out a value bet. He doesn't know that he's been outdrawn. Although this raise may be an indication.
To 55,000.
This is reminiscent of a typical hand for Daniel Negreanu. Let's have the nuts with a redraw and see what happens. Let's pair the board, yeah. God, really? No, you gotta be kidding me.
Guess that means you don't have the Jack 9 this time.
No, I had the nuts with a redraw. What'd you make it? How much?
35 more. Only 35 more.
Only 35 more. Why?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
What did you have like? You don't have a set, right? Because you would have raised me.
Yeah, I would have raised it a set. I could have flopped a straight.
Could have flopped straight. Okay, I can beat that. Whew.
I could be on a flush draw. Could be busted.
Yeah, that's true too. 4s and 5s. No, I think you raised
I
me.
could have quads.
Yeah, you could have that too.
I could have aces and just be overplaying them.
I was gonna fold for sure, and now I'm thinking about calling you. So you're doing a good job if that's what you want.
Now I'm gonna be quiet and pretend that's not what I want.
Would you raise me with a 6? No. It's just so sick how these hands always come out like this. Unbelievable.
6-8 of clubs.
Diamonds. 35 more. You insta-raised me.
Daniel's trying to recreate the hand in his head. A lot of inexperienced players don't have it in them to make this raise with just a 6, let alone something worse, which is all Daniel can beat at this point.
Huh. Let me see. What do you got left? You really did talk me into calling you, I think.
Now I say nothing.
What?
Now I say nothing.
Now you say nothing? God, I was gonna just throw it away.
It's only 3 chips.
Yeah, that's true. Why did you not raise me on the flop?
You can afford it.
Why didn't you raise me on the flop?
I'm a donkey. I don't know how to play this game. I'm only up to chapter 8. You see me shove my whole stack over to him with just kings?
Just kings. I did see you do that.
Yeah. Pretty obvious he had me beat. Could have been 2 pair or anything.
Huh?
You said he had me beat. It was obvious.
I'm confusing myself. I should shut up.
Are you saying you got out-talked? I can't believe it.
Big time. Yeah, I'm confused as...
Daniel Negreanu got out-talked.
Yeah, well, we don't know yet. I still might make the right decision. It's 50-50.
Still, man, he said you should shut up.
Doyle's about to call a clock.
Yeah, TV time. Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's costing about $15,000 an hour. Actually, I think that my raise costs less than the amount of time it takes.
I'm having a hard time putting you on a hand.
Yeah, that's the problem with new players, especially bad ones.
You talked me out of 35 dimes. This is so sick. Oh, no. Insta-raised me on the river. I need another minute, and I promise I'll act.
Nobody's calling the clock. I don't think anybody will.
Maybe you do just have a 6. You can have a straight and just do that, right?
You know I don't care about the money, so
Yeah.
I'm capable of anything that way. And I'm a bad player. I've proven that already. And I'm talking a lot, which is ridiculous. That's a total tell.
You're just talking me right out of my money.
If you fold and give the dealer $1,000, I'll still show it to you. How about that?
I love that.
Hang on. If I fold...
If you fold and you tip the dealer $1,000, I will show it to you. You have to split it with the other dealer.
Oh, I guarantee.
That's a good deal.
So, $1,000, you know what I have. You don't have to live and wait till the end of the season.
There's the call.
Sorry, not in the hand.
He called it. 7s.
Yeah, that's good.
I knew exactly what it was.
Oh, you got me. I didn't want to pay the 1,000. Yeah, you said 7's full.
It made sense why he didn't raise you on the flop, and the turn he can't raise you because you could have a 6, and then boom, he snapped.
Yeah,
it.
I guess it does.
7's full.